Good evening. Welcome to CCA Presents. I'm Dr. Richard Walker. I am the Associate Dean for Student Development here at the Kane College of the Arts. CCA Presents allows us to bring access to the arts to our students and to our general public. CCA would like to recognize a special day known as Juneteenth. Today is Juneteenth, also known as Freedom Day. And Juneteenth commemorates the end of slavery in the United States. The arts are forever changed by this day. The arts have shaped me in many ways. As you know, what happens in life happens in the arts. The arts is a reflection of what's going on in our lives. And I think that if we, think about things that are happening currently today, there are people writing songs, there are people doing theatrical productions, there are all types of things that are happening that are going to be because of the things that happen currently. And current events and the arts go hand in hand. So for me, the arts have been paramount for my life to inform me, but also gives me a freedom of expression. The most notable artists that I think made things possible for us all, besides the Sidney Poitiers of the world, are Gordon Parks, Leontyne Price, William Grant Still, Diahann Carroll, and Melba Moore. And there's so many more that I couldn't possibly get them all in, but I think that the African American contributions would not have been possible without June 19th, 1865.
My name is Richie Call, and I teach in the Department of Theater Arts in the Kane College of the Arts at Utah State University. In addition to teaching, I'm also the artistic director of the Lyric Repertory Company, a company that was founded by my grandfather in 1967. I'm honored to hold that position, to work with the people that I work with, and to be here in the Kane Lyric Theater today. The Kane Lyric Theater is a beautiful theater space that is very personal to me. I genuinely think I have probably spent more time in this building than any other building in my life. This summer, it has become more apparent to me than ever before just how important what we do is. So many of us are in isolation. Some of us are blessed enough to be able to go through this isolation with friends and family to us. But no matter what your situation is, I think there's a lot of people that are turning to favorite TV shows, movies, to give us joy and happiness. And one of the things that's missing from all of our lives right now is live theater. It's certainly sad to see this building empty during the summer, so I'm glad to be here today to talk about something artistic. One of the classes I teach at Utah State is an Acting for the Camera class. I've been teaching it for about 8 years now. And when I first took over this class and started teaching it, one of the things that was really important to me was that there was an opportunity for the students to have a realized project, something that they could put on their websites and use for their actor reels after they left Utah State. This was a fun group this year. I think I say it every year, but this is one of my favorite graduating classes. They just graduated, and instead of me talking about these videos, I thought it'd be fun to bring in two of our recent graduates that are still living here in Logan, Cameron Neely and Alex Smith, who were seniors that graduated from the Department of Theater Arts in the BFA acting program and also participated in this Acting for the Camera class, which means they also wrote and starred in several of these films.
Thank you, Richie. I am Cameron Neely,
And I am Alex Smith.
and we are two recent graduates of Utah State University. We finished here in May of 2020.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So the first piece you'll be seeing is Two Chairs and a Table, written by me and one of my classmates and good friends, Hayden Sproul. And when we were originally writing it, we were going for a sort of Quentin Tarantino-esque Pulp Fiction-y type of thing, but with a twist. And through workshopping it and talking to our classmates, including you, Cameron Neely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the most important things about this class is the workshopping through the scripts.
Yeah.
Instead of just having one film right off the bat, everybody really wants you to have a good film. So we try and help you to make it a better film.
Yes.
Yeah, Two Chairs.
Look, all I'm saying is you just go up and do it. It's that easy.
It's not that easy. There's all that prep time and you gotta get into like the mind state or whatever they call it.
Nah. That's a farce. It's as simple as point A to point B.
Point A to point B is about geography. What I'm talking about is something ethereal, something spiritual. All I'm saying is I'm putting my hand into something deeper. And it's exhausting. I don't think I can keep doing this, man.
You just gotta keep doing it. It gets easier. Every person, every job, they just become numbers.
What time did you say you're supposed to get here?
Around 10.
What you mean around 10? We've been here 3 hours. And I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I'm cold.
What do you want me to do about it? She said around 10. He'll be here when he gets here. And I'm not trying to miss him. Is that him?
Yeah, he fits the description.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey!
Happy birthday. So what do we need for the next one?
A couple of chairs on the table.
Wow, what a twist.
I know the birthday cake actually was, it might have been Richie's idea actually, and when filming it we had to like make sure like with the balloons and stuff, we had to make sure all that was like okay and prepped and stuff, and we did that take several times because it was hard to keep a straight face the whole time.
One of our classmates actually made that cake, Stacy Shorthill. She's a fantastic confectioner.
Yeah, no, she's brilliant. Brilliant.
The next film that we're going to look at is going to be one that I and my friend Kat Evangelo wrote. It's called Just a Little Bit. And please be aware that these were written by college students who are sleep deprived and in a very energetic major. So humor in this case is subjective. And Alex, do you have anything to add?
Just be weary. We're very juvenile.
The premise of this film came to Kat in a dream, and I was happy to go along with it. Now, that's all I'm going to say about the premise of the film. Do you have anything to add?
I would give it a glowing review.
Thanks for meeting me.
It's no problem.
I just really need to tell you something.
Actually, I do too.
Really? Okay. Mine's a little ridiculous.
Mine is too.
Okay. Here goes. Whenever I stand up, there's a little bit of poop where I was sitting.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit. It's really embarrassing. I know it's crazy.
Just a little bit?
What?
Whenever I stand up, there's just a little bit of poop, too. But mine glows.
Are you serious? Mine glows too. It's purple. It's kind of pretty.
It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Do you think there are more people like us somewhere?
I don't know.
Maybe we're special. Maybe we're like mutants.
Maybe we're gods.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I hope you had as much fun watching that as I had by being in it.
That was one that when the original pitch happened, that was a unanimous yes right off the bat. Everyone was dying laughing at that concept and that premise, and it was it was fun to shoot. It was fun to watch them be so serious about that subject matter.
Which is a really good challenge, I think, as far as performing arts go and as far as acting goes.
Yeah.
Because in a comedy, everything you have to be saying is
100%.
100% serious, and even sometimes 110% serious. You can't, you
Yeah.
know, you have to be in it.
All right. So the next clip you're going to see is a film called How Do You Know Francisco by our classmates Cameron Eastland and Blake Brundy. And this one was interesting because it was the first one we shot outdoors in a particular location. I'm not going to spoil anything until after the clip, but it was an interesting challenge filming this one outside in this particular location.
I think there's a really good chemistry though between Blake and Cameron. They've known
Absolutely.
each other for a long time.
Yes.
So with them being partnered up, I think was a
It was a good match.
it was a very good match. And they both contributed heavily to
Yeah.
to most
100%.
everything. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Hey. I like your suit. Where'd you get it from?
Oh, yeah, thanks. I got it from 3 Day Suit Broker. That was a nice service for Frederico. He would have really liked that.
Are you sure you went to the right funeral?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, Frederico was a real a-hole.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I heard he killed his family.
Oh. No, they're all alive. They were all here today. Hey, Grandma. So, how do you know Frederico?
You know, we've had some play dates before.
And what's Frederico's favorite kind of playing to do?
Oh, well, you know, he had that awesome juggling collection.
Juggling collection.
Yeah.
Frederico never juggled. He actually spent the last 15 miserable years of his life armless after a windmill accident. Penniless and destitute. He had to turn to prostitution.
Oh.
Who are you, man? I mean, do you even know my grandpa?
So there's a little Easter egg that I want you guys to look at if you want to go back and rewatch the film at all. So we all got on location at the cemetery. We walked over from our classroom, and we had already the previous week we had decided that this is where we wanted to shoot at this
we had
specific
scouted location and
gravestone.
everything.
And across the cemetery, we could see a couple of workers who were just kind of hanging out over there, and they were all kind of looking over at us, trying to see what's
Suspiciously a
going
little
on.
bit.
And I'm like, we were all very certain that we were going to get kicked out, which sucked for the whole premise of their movie.
Yeah.
So this guy hops in his truck and drives over, and Richie Call looks over at him, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "Well, what are you guys doing over there?" And he's like, "We're making a movie. Do you want to be in it?" And he got out of his truck.
He said, "Yes."
Yeah.
Do you need a shovel?
Do you want me to get a shovel?
So shout out to that guy wherever you are. We love you.
The very first shot of this movie is that guy with his shovel.
Yeah, great.
So there's a fun little hint for you.
Living legend.
The next movie that we are going to be taking a look at, the film movie clip, is going to be Helping Hand by Stacy Shorthill and Scotty Fletcher. They had a couple of versions of this, from what I can remember working through in class. They had a couple versions of this premise. Finally ended up on this one. And I don't know. Do you have anything clever to say?
I mean, like, this one, without spoiling too much of it, I think this one is interesting because it offers an interesting twist on, like, past and future meeting, kind of in a weird way, without getting too much into it until we watch the clip. But the concept when they were talking about it and we were working it was probably one of the funnest things, thinking about it cerebrally, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Roll the film.
Wish.
Why not whip the teacher when the pupil misbehaves?
What? Who?
I'm called a dog because I fawn on those that give me anything. I yelp at those that refuse, and I set my teeth in rascals.
Socrates? Is that you? Am I?
Socrates? I'm Diogenes. If it wasn't Diogenes, I'd be wishing to be Diogenes.
Whatever. Can you help me with this test? I have no idea what to do.
It takes a wise man to discover a wise man.
Thanks. Hey, I know I said this test was open resource, but you should be careful of that guy. Yeah, his name is Kyle, and he's failed this class like 6 times.
Son of a...
So that was Helping Hand.
Yeah.
And just to clarify a thing, that wasn't a real test that the extras were taking in the back. We were just writing stuff down, wasn't it? Like
what Stacy had done was she had written a fake test for us to be taking.
She did.
And it was just like, who's the best person in the cohort, and what is this math problem, right? So we were all just goofing off, writing down on the test.
Yeah.
Scotty is actually a member of a fraternity on campus.
Yes, he is.
So I'm sure that they used some of that life experience
for character research.
Yeah, for character work. Yeah. This one was really fun to work on.
I love it. Also, shout out to Rockstar Energy Drinks.
Yeah.
We love you.
I think the last one. Are we down to the last film?
Yes,
I think
we are.
The last one is Skin.
Yes,
right?
yes, it is. Yes, it is. This one is, you'll notice a very different film quality to this one. This one was written by Becca Swan and Maddie Liddell. And this one was really, you can see there's a tonal shift. The other ones are play on a twist of ideas that it's for comedic effect. This one takes it in a more serious direction, more suspenseful horror kind of inspiration. So that one was exciting to workshop and exciting to film. So let's roll that clip.
It is estimated that 1 in 100 people is a psychopath. But the average psychopath can blend in quite easily to those around him, making them harder to identify. So how do you know if someone is a psychopath? For one thing, you could look for psychopathic traits such as superficial charm, lack of empathy, self-isolation, and manipulation. But there are also questions you can ask, such as, what does an apple and a banana have in common? The average person will probably tell you that they are both fruit, but a psychopath will tell you they both have skin.
Oh, sorry, I didn't expect anyone to be in here this late. You scared me.
Yeah. Long day. Hey, do you live on this floor? I don't think I've seen you around before.
Yeah, I moved in at the beginning of the semester. I'm still trying to get the hang of everything, though. Don't get out much.
Oh.
I think we have Psych 1010 together, though. Professor Shelley, right?
Yes, I knew you looked familiar. Dude, crazy stuff we're learning right now, right? The psychology of psychopaths.
Yeah, it's wild. And Professor Shelley is so passionate about it. I mean, maybe too passionate, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Like the traits she was talking about. Isolation, lack of empathy. She wouldn't even move my 79 up to a B on our last paper.
There's definitely something off about her.
I was reading online this article of questions you can ask to find out if somebody's a psychopath.
Like what?
Like, okay, here, I'll ask you one. What do an apple and a banana have in common?
That's easy. They both have skin.
So I was not directly involved with the production of this. I wasn't behind the camera or helping you guys out with that at all. But I do know that going through the process of vetting this script, it was fun to not be doing something funny.
Yeah, no, it was great to do something serious. And the interesting challenge with this one is, like, for filming it, when we're using the bathroom, we have to be very conscious of mirrors, right? Like, you don't want the camera to show up in the mirror, so we had to come at it from different angles, and to get the sound, I had to be under the sink holding, like, the boom mic underneath, like, to just navigate such an interior space. And that was challenging, but it was fun to think outside of the box and creatively in order to capture exactly what Becca and Maddie wanted for that. And I think that one is one that I think as a class we're most proud of too, and I think Becca and Maddie are very proud of that one as well.
I completely agree, yeah. Well, I think we should turn things back over to Richie.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for watching, and thanks for letting us be here.
And don't forget to support your local arts organizations.
So we've been doing this for a while now. We have these realized projects, and we've had so much support from the Kane College of the Arts, from our department. That support has manifested itself in resources that are secured to use our director of photography, camera operator, director. I'm not exactly sure what he would prefer to be called, but he's a guy named Andy Lorimer, and he does fantastic work for us. We were able to use Andy in these projects as they were funded by outside organizations. And the first organization to come and ask for our help to film a realized project was the Undergraduate Teaching Fellow Program. After seeing those projects, our late and dear friend Bob Bain, who worked in the IT department, he said, hey, well, why don't you do some of these things for the IT program? And that's when we really started to get a little bit more creative and kind of start making commercials. So we have some videos that are older that we did in partnership with the IT program and also with Aggie Blue Bikes, because in addition to working for IT, Bob was a passionate bike enthusiast, and he was a real supporter of the Aggie Blue Bikes organization. It's funny to say this, but in many ways I feel like Bob, who was not a member of our department, was not a faculty member in theater, he was largely responsible for the way this Acting for the Camera class runs, because it was through his support and vision that this became something that not only did we know we could do, but it became something that we now expected. And I just can't thank Bob enough. He was a real friend, a true supporter. He was also a patron of the arts and a real supporter of the Lyric Rep. He would sit, he and his wife Kathy, who is still with us and still supporting us, they frequently sat on the front row to see the shows here at the Lyric Rep, and we miss seeing him out in the audience.
Hi, I work at the service desk. Today I'm helping people get their two-step login set up. Sure, change can be scary, but I'm here to help. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Well, thanks. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
I'm just here to help everyone set up their two-step login.
Oh, great. All right, well, they'll love that. They're just at work right now, so you can go ahead and go on in.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey, everyone. I'm here to help you set up your two-step login with Duo. It's not that hard. I can help.
Help? Who needs help? I just log on like usual, and the computer tells me what to do. If I have any questions, which I don't, of course, I go to duo.usu.edu. It's like so easy. Duh.
What about key fob setup? Darla, I know you hate smartphones. Do you need help setting up your key fob?
No. Been there, done that. My department gave me this key fob, so now all I have to do is type in the number on the key fob. It's so easy, even you could do it.
Isn't anyone frustrated by this change?
Wait a minute. I'm already logged in.
Then just hit reject.
Huh.
No, come on! This two-step login is so frustrating!
See, at Utah State, we offer several degrees in theater arts. You can emphasize in acting, design, and theater technology, various aspects of design, costumes, set, lights, and sound. You can also emphasize in education. Those are all BFA degrees, Bachelor of Fine Arts. We also have a BA degree, a Bachelor of Arts, that is getting stronger. We have a new head of that program coming in this fall. The things that I learned at Utah State and then later on at graduate school have helped me to become confident in my own craft as an actor and as a director.
I originally come from a community college, so I kind of had some experience before with like the college life and stuff, but I think one of the things that I really appreciated about Utah State University was it really helped me dive into what it means to study theater. You know, it's not a hobby, it's not a pastime for a lot of the students coming in. Like it's becoming a life's work, I think, and honoring that and really giving time and attention to understanding the process of what that means and going through those challenges. And also, like, because of those challenges, making great friends. And I'm going to be honest here, this is going to sound cheesy, but I think I've made one of my lifelong friends in you, Cameron. So that's something that not only the process, but some of the friendships I made here, I take away with me going forward into the future.
I completely agree. I've been in the program since my freshman year. Richie's been trying to get me to come to Utah State since my junior year of high school, and it finally happened. I think that one of the major takeaways from this program is just the cohort system. I think it's important to go through all of your classes with the same 12 people and learn and grow together as a family, as an ensemble. I'm glad I'm done. I'm glad I'm done because I feel very prepared to go out and work in this community.
I believe in that. I believe in that.
Absolutely. Historically and presently, the arts is barrierless, you know, when it comes to race. As I recall, you know, even back a long time ago when Motown was big and even artists such as Little Richard. I recall Little Richard saying that, you know, when blacks had to be up in the balcony and white audiences were at the bottom, and the only place that blacks could be if they weren't in the balcony were on stage, he was saying that in his time, in his generation, the black audience was at the bottom and the white audience was at the top. And he said the best part about music in conjunction was the fact that the white audiences were jumping over the balcony to get down with the black audience. And he said everyone came together and was dancing and having a wonderful time. So I'm just saying that the arts, the capacity of the arts is limitless when it comes to getting races, cultures, and all of us together as one under the same cause, whether it be music, whether it be through a production of theater or through a dance event. The arts is like the epitome of community. And simply put, the arts bring us all together. So I had to pull it down and breathe a second. And you are good, my friend.
In between me and my relationship with Michael and you and your stuff.
My name?
Anonymous.
Now more than ever, public support of the arts is so important. We simply can't do what we do without generous support from donors, patrons, and just people who generally support and love theater, music, art. So if you have the means and feel so inclined, please consider donating to the Kane College of the Arts and finding a way to give to these students who are the rising generation of professionals in these artistic fields.
Thank you for tuning in for CCA Presents, and we hope to see you next week at this same time.
I see the same stars through my window. You see through yours, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart. I see the same skies through brown eyes that you see through blue, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart. Just like the earth, just like the sun, two worlds together are better than one. I see the sunrise in your eyes that you see in mine, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart.
I see the same stars through my window.
Into a beautiful
You see through yours, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart. And you see the same skies through brown eyes that I see through blue, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart. Just like the earth, just like the sun, two worlds together are better than one. I see the friendship in your eyes that you see in mine, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart, together, but worlds apart.
And a mockingbird sings in the old yonder tree. Twaddle-yah-dee, dee-dum, dee-dee-dee.